Bonjour and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into the cost of living in Paris in the year 2025. Whether you're planning to move, study, or just want to know what it takes to enjoy life in one of the most iconic cities in the world, this guide is for you. We'll cover everything: food, housing, transport, leisure, and even what kind of salary you'd need to live comfortably here. Let's jump in. If you want to grab a bite in Paris, you'll need to budget accordingly. A simple meal at a casual restaurant typically costs around $17 while a 3-course dinner for two at a mid-range restaurant comes in at about $72. Craving something quick? A fast food combo meal like a McDonald's value menu averages around $14. When it comes to drinks, a cappuccino is about $5. A bottle of Coke or Pepsi is usually $4, and bottled water is roughly $3 in a restaurant. If you're unwinding with a drink, expect to pay around $8 for a domestic or imported beer at a bar. Grocery shopping in Paris is a mix of charming open-air markets and well-stocked supermarkets. A litre of milk costs about $1.50, and a standard loaf of fresh white bread comes in around $2. A dozen eggs will cost you roughly $5, and a kilogram of white rice goes for around $3. Cheese lovers, take note. Local French cheese costs anywhere from $14 to $45 per kilo, with the average being around $25. Chicken fillets typically cost $14 per kilo, and beef, like round cuts or red meat from the leg will run you about $22 per kilo. Fresh produce is reasonably priced and widely available. A kilogram of apples costs around $3.50. Bananas are just over $2, and oranges are roughly $3.40. Tomatoes come in close to $4 per kilo, while potatoes and onions range between $2.50 and $3. A head of lettuce is about $1.80. At the supermarket, a 1.5-litre bottle of water costs less than $1, and a decent mid-range bottle of wine will set you back about $9. Domestic bottled beer is around $3, and imported options are closer to $4. Smokers should budget approximately $14 for a pack of Marlboro cigarettes. Public transport in Paris is not only efficient, it's fairly affordable too. A one-way ticket on the metro, tram, or bus costs just under $3, and a full monthly pass for unlimited travel is a little over $100. If you're taking a taxi, the base fare starts at around $9, with each additional kilometre costing about $3. Should you get stuck in traffic, waiting for an hour in a cab could cost you more than $50. Gasoline prices average just above $2 per litre, so owning and driving a car in Paris adds up quickly. Housing is by far one of the most significant expenses in Paris. Renting a one-bedroom apartment in the city centre costs about $1,600 per month. If you live outside the centre, the price drops to around $1,150. Families or housemates looking for more space will need to budget about $3,400 for a 3-bedroom apartment in the city centre. Outside of central Paris, the same kind of apartment averages closer to $2,400. Thinking of buying? Property prices in Paris are high. In the city centre, expect to pay nearly $13,800 per square metre. In more residential areas outside the centre, it's about $9,800 per square metre. Monthly utility bills for an average-sized apartment, which includes electricity, heating, water, and garbage collection, total around $255. High-speed internet with unlimited data typically costs about $37 per month. and mobile phone plans with 10 gigabytes of data or more come in at roughly $17 per month. Definitely one of the more budget-friendly aspects of living in Paris. Paris offers more than beautiful architecture and incredible food. There's plenty to do for fun and fitness. A gym membership will cost you around $38 a month, and renting a tennis court for an hour on the weekend costs about $19. A night at the movies to see an international release is about $15 per ticket. Childcare and schooling in Paris can get expensive, especially for private or international institutions. A full-day preschool in the private sector costs around $810 per month. If you're considering an international primary school for your child, annual tuition can range widely, but on average, it's around $17,600 per year. As you might expect, in one of the fashion capitals of the world, clothing and shoes in Paris can be pricey. A pair of Levi's jeans will cost you about $120, and a summer dress from a store like Zara or H&M is around $48. A pair of Nike running shoes averages $120, while leather business shoes for men come in at about $160. So, how much do you need to make to afford life in Paris? The average monthly net salary in 2025 is about $3,450. If you live modestly, especially outside the city centre, this income is manageable. But if you're raising a family, paying for private school, or renting a larger flat in the heart of the city, you'll need to earn more. If you're thinking of buying a home, the mortgage interest rate for a 20-year fixed plan averages around 3.6% annually. Not outrageous, but something to factor into your long-term finances. Paris is magical, but living here comes with real costs. Still, whether you're strolling past the Seine, enjoying a quiet espresso in a corner cafe, or soaking in the rich culture, it's easy to see why so many people dream of calling this city home. If this video gave you a clearer picture of what life in Paris really costs, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Would you move here, or is Paris better as a vacation destination? Thanks for watching, and until next time, à bientôt!